Have you ever taken the time to discover why all the diets you've done never seem to work? Not just blamed yourself, but actually gotten curious about what's really going on. Have you ever bothered to simply notice, not control, not restrict, but just notice everything that goes into your mouth? Every lick of the spoon while cooking, every taste test, every, I'll just finish this little bit, every crumb off the counter that somehow doesn't count because, well, it wasn't on a plate. I tried that once for a week, just observing, writing it down, no judgment, no fixing, just noticing. And do you know what I discovered? I had eaten an entire meal before I ever sat down for one. And then I took it a step further. Have you ever taken the time to notice your mood when you're eating? Your environment, who you're with or not with? Because food doesn't happen in a vacuum. It shows up in moments, quiet ones, stressful ones, lonely ones, even happy ones. And when I say notice, I mean actually write it down. Not rely on memory, because memory, well, it has a funny way of editing things in our favor. Have you ever really looked at your habits when it comes to overeating or binging? Not with criticism, but with curiosity, almost like you're studying a very interesting human being who just happens to be you. Because in this video, I want to walk you through some of the signs, the patterns, the little clues that often go unnoticed, the questions you can begin asking yourself to gently understand where you are in this journey, not where you should be, but where you actually are. So let me ask you this. Are you stuck in that place where it feels like you're on a never-ending weight roller coaster? Well, you lose some weight, you feel hopeful, maybe even, well, a little triumphant. And then somehow, quietly, it all starts to come back. Not all at once, oh no, that would be too obvious. But slowly enough that you start wondering if it's even happening, until it is as you look at the scales. Have you ever experienced that strange combination of success followed by confusion? That moment where you think, I was doing so well, what happened? And then there's this one. Do you ever find yourself planning little secret moments with food, waiting till you're alone, or thinking, I'll just have this now and start fresh later? It's almost like, well, there's a part of you organizing these quiet little food events behind the scenes. And what about this? Do you eat because it's time to eat? Even when your body isn't actually asking for food. The clock says yes, your body says no, and somehow the clock wins every time. And then there are those moments where eating doesn't feel like a choice anymore. Do you ever feel like once you start, something just takes over? Like you're caught in it. And even while it's happening, there's a part of you watching and wondering why you can't just stop. And afterwards, do you feel that familiar way of frustration, guilt, maybe even disappointment? That quiet question of, why do I keep doing this? I can't stick with anything. Do your thoughts spend a lot of time on food, thinking about what you ate, what you're going to eat, what you shouldn't eat, as if food was taken center stage in your mind and everything else is just working around it? And what about emotions? Do you notice yourself turning to food when something shifts inside you? When you're upset, bored, lonely, or even celebrating? Food becomes the go-to, the comfort, the distraction, the reward, all rolled into one. And then this one, this is the tender one. Do you blame yourself? Do you quietly tell yourself that you just don't have enough willpower? That if you could just be stronger, more disciplined, more in control, well, this wouldn't be happening. And let me ask you this. Are you tired? Not just physically, but tired of the whole cycle, the starting over, the planning, the trying, the hoping this time will be different? Are you exhausted from weighing, measuring, tracking, thinking, and still feeling like you're not getting where you want to go? And maybe this will sound familiar. Do you make those heartfelt promises? That's it. I'm done. Never again. And in that moment, you mean it completely. And then somehow, a little while later, well, you find yourself again right back there. And then comes the guilt. Do you ever feel like you've done something wrong just by eating something you've labeled as bad, as if food has turned into like a set of rules and you've just broken them? Now, if you're listening to this and finding yourself nodding, or maybe even smiling a little bit, because this feels very familiar, or perhaps even feeling, well, a bit emotional, I want you to hear this. There's nothing wrong with you. This is not a willpower problem. This is not because you're weak or broken or failing. This is happening because there are patterns underneath all of this, patterns that no diet ever addressed. Diets focus on the food, but your experience is about so much more than food. It's about habits, thoughts, emotions, and patterns that have been quietly shaping your behavior for a long time. So of course diets don't work. They're trying to fix what you eat without ever understanding why you eat. And once you begin to see that, not judge it, not fight it, just see it, everything starts to shift. Not overnight, not perfectly, but differently. Because now you're not battling yourself. You're beginning to understand yourself. And that is where real change begins. And if you want a little habit you can begin to help, listen to my I Can video that I posted last week. Take some relaxing time and apply my ideas in this video. It's difficult to fix something when you have no idea where you are at the moment. Please don't avoid this step in lasting weight loss, as it's one of the core things of this journey we'll share. I'll leave you with these few powerful suggestions for you to ponder. Meanwhile, take care, keep smiling. Until the next time, bye for now.